Hi everyone, this is a really quick video about how to use Google Meet on a Windows computer. I'm going to be doing another video on how to use it on an iPad later. It is slightly different to Google Hangouts. There are two ways you can start a Google meeting. The first way I'm going to show you is how to start a meeting instantly. So if you know that your class is ready and you just want to get them on straight away and you've not set anything up previously. So to do that, you have to go to meet.google.com, or you can obviously search for it in Google and click on the appropriate link. You will then need to click on Join or Start a Meeting. It will then ask you to give the meeting a name, so I'm going to call this meeting Demo. Once you've clicked Continue, it will then start your webcam. The next thing that you need to do is you then need to go over to here. You've got two options. You can either click Join Now, which will start the meeting, or you can click Present. I'm going to show you what both of them do. I'm actually going to start out with Present. This is the first and most significant difference between Google Hangouts and Google Meet. Present will allow me to present my screen to whoever is in the meeting. So if I click on that one first, the next thing you're going to get is you're going to get an option for what you want to present. So I can choose to present my entire screen, or I can present an application window. So there you can see I've got a folder open, I've got the software that's recording this video, and I've got the Google Meet presentation. I'm actually going to select the entire screen, and I can choose between the two screens I've got. If your computer only has one screen, you'll only see one option there. Once I click Share, I am now presenting anything I do on that screen to the people watching my meeting. So I could open a PowerPoint, I could open a Google slide or a presentation from Prezi or anything else I want, and they will be able to see what I am doing. Once you finish doing that, you can then click Stop Presenting, and they will no longer be able to see your presentation. Obviously, if you want to carry on, you can then click Present Now, and it'll then ask you the same questions again. What do you want to share? If you have finished the meeting, you can use the hang up button just there. And if you have made a mistake, Google are very good at giving you the option to rejoin the meeting. Okay, and then it brings you back to this screen. You can now click the Join Now button. And what that will do is it'll bring you back to this screen that looks very similar. You've got the Present Now button down there. It'll also, for those of you that struggle to potentially hear what people are saying, you can turn on automatic captions. That will put captions at the bottom of the screen so you can read what people are saying. It's not 100% accurate, but it does help. Down the bottom here, you've got the mute microphone and you've got the turn camera off. So I could turn my camera off and I can mute my microphone. You will also see at the top here is you've got the number of participants, you've got the chat function, and you've got your own screen just there. You can see my face. Okay, so the chat function is always helpful. In here you can type to all the people that are watching your presentation very quickly and easily, and they can type back to you. In there you can see the different people. Okay. So you can see that I've been presenting and you can see my screen there. There are no other people in this chat at the moment. Once you are in the meeting, the other thing that you can do is invite people, because obviously you don't want to have a meeting just on your own. That would be very boring. So to do that, the top there, where I showed you before, where you've got the guest list, you've got myself and my presentation. You can click on the Add People section, and then you could add whoever you want from the address book. You can also just type in an email address there as well, but in this case I'm going to add Will and I'm going to add Nick, and as soon as I've done that I could click on Send Invitation and it would ask them to join immediately. So this is a live meeting and they would be notified straight away saying that I'm in the meeting and I am waiting for them, can they please join? It'll also send them the link to click on that would take them straight to that meeting. So that is the first way to run a Google Meet session. The second way is a scheduled meeting, which I'm going to show you now. Scheduled meeting is slightly different. That's where you plan ahead and you want people to be able to accept your invitation to them, and you want them to be able to join at a specific date and a specific time. So to do that, it's actually easiest to do it through Google Calendar. So I'm going to very quickly go to Google Calendar. And I'm just going to swap over to my KDU account. And in here, you can now schedule a meeting. So I'm going to schedule one for this afternoon. And I'm going to give it a title. So I'm going to call this Demo Meet. You can set the time if you clicked on the wrong place. So maybe I want it at 1:15. And you can also just type in there. So if I wanted it to end at 1:40, I could just type in 13:40. Okay, and that will do that for you. The next thing that you can do is to add in a Google Meet. You click on the Add Conferencing here, and there you can see I've got the Google Hangouts Meet option. That will then give people the link to it, and they will then be able to join. You can add the guests over here. So over here I could add perhaps Andrew. Okay. And Francis. And as soon as I click save, it will send a notification to them. Okay. You can also select some options here that would allow Andrew and Francis to invite other people. If you don't want them to invite other people, you just untick that, or leave it ticked if you're happy for them to. You can also make sure that they can or cannot see who else is invited, and I always think it's best to give a description of what the meeting is about. So as I say, once you click save, that will send an invitation to them, and then that is the whole of that done for you. I hope this has all been helpful. Please do let me know if you've got any more questions, and I'll try and help the best I can.